Hey, guess what? Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. I'm so happy to be a part of this amazing Herpreneur virtual tour. I have the queen herself here. I can, one thing about this lady right here, if you don't know her, it's all because you hadn't been in the right places at the right time. Because this lady right here, she's well connected. She knows a lot of people. She's in some powerful places. She has a million things that she's juggling. And I'm just honored to have her on my show today. Let's bring in author, coach, speaker. I'm going to let her introduce herself. You guys have seen her before, probably on every platform you can think of. So when she hit me up and said she wanted to join this tour, I was delighted because we've been watching her for years as she have grown. So I'm going to bring her on herself and let her speak for herself. Hey, beautiful woman.
Hey, how are you?
It's hard to introduce you because you have so many things going on.
You know me, I love staying busy, and I love creating opportunities for other people. So yes, I am Kearn Cherry. They call me the butts in the seat queen. Yes, ma'am. I am the co-founder and director of Success Women's Conference. And if you don't know, we had over 17,000 last year at Success virtually. I'm also the founder and director of Level Up Summit and Power Up Summit. So I'm all about getting your life together and taking it to the next level. And of course, we're going to be talking about the books today. So make it happen in Trailblazers. Let's jump on into it.
All right. So tell us about this book. You got an anthology coming out that's going to be popping. Tell us about what all you have going on for this 2021 year.
Okay. Awesome. So I actually have a couple. I'm actually in the process of getting ready to do our bestseller campaign for Make It Happen, where there'll be over 30 of us talking about how they made it happen, sharing their powerful stories of what they've done. I got several amazing stories, Coach Nikki. I mean, really amazing. One of the authors, and I'm going to just give you a little taste of some of the people that are in there. One of our authors is, and he's the only guy, but he's 25 years old, literally just turned 25. And he has a powerful story about how he almost committed suicide 3 times, not once, but 3 times. And God let him know that he has something more for him. And he is an amazing singer as well. But you know what? He created 3 businesses during COVID, and he is rocking. So that's just one of the amazing authors that you will see featured in Make It Happen. So look for that. And then the other one that I often talk about is Miss Judy James. She is
I love Judy James.
Yeah, you love her too. Yes, Judy. Yes. Judy is powerful because you know what? This woman had a stroke at 50. And do you know she already, even though she had a massive, not just a regular stroke, massive stroke, and she has her own online business. So y'all, if that woman can do it after coming through her stroke and still being able to bring a digital business to life and have success, look, that just tells you if you're not doing nothing, if you are still sitting on some talent that God has you, it's your fault. I'm going to tell you right now, because this is the time. COVID ain't COVID. It's mastered in something else, and you need to walk in your gifts, is what I want to tell you. And so,
well, you know what? You have put some people in place, even me. I had a chance to speak at the Women on Fire. And I mean, you have really given us so many opportunities to tell our story. My husband always say, everybody has a story. You should tell that story because you don't know who that can help. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just delighted to have you on our platform. I know you have a million things going on with your personal business and all these books that you have been pushing out for the last couple of years. And I just want you to tell the people, how do you juggle this life?
Well, and yes, the one business I didn't mention is my home care business,
Yes.
PRN Home Care, which we've been operating for almost 24 years. But I'm blessed to have a husband that is supportive, and he is my partner in our home care business. We've both been in healthcare a very long time, and we both know what our gifting is in the business.
Yes.
And so he walks in his side and I walk in mine, and we work together when we have problems that's kind of above each one of us, right? So that allows me to focus on my gifting in addition to the home care business, which is God. Look, I didn't know, and a lot of us don't know. Sometimes we're doing things and we don't even realize it's just what we were called to do in the first place. And so creating events, I've been doing almost 20 years. And so I realized that one year when, because like I said, I've been doing it a long time, but when I was at church and somebody had came up with this idea to recognize everyday women. And so the lady said, well, Kearn, I want you to run it. And I'm like, okay, well, it hit me. Okay, Kearn, that's your gifting. And that's what you can give back so God people can be blessed. So we started the church family of faith led by our first lady, CJ Johnson. We started Bless Girls Rock. And so that conference ran 5 years. And Veronica, one of our members, actually came up with that idea. And so it ran for 5 years, recognizing people from all over this area. And we had over 450 people every year at that conference. So it really was a blessing. And I realized sometimes, when you're at church and you're volunteering, you need to find your gifting, because that's where you can really impact, and show what God has given you to do, right? So, maybe your gifting isn't just, being at the door and, helping people to share. Maybe it's more than that.
That's right.
So that I was able to use, and I'm very thankful, because I saw a lot of women who would normally not say anything about what they do in the community, right? So and so we recognize their community work and their church work. So that's just some of the things I do, and I'm just able to. I'm gonna tell you the other thing I did, Coach Nikki, is after 2019, I had to realize I can't keep doing the feet first thing, jump in and make the plan later. So I started focusing on really creating a plan at the end of the year. You see most people say I'm working on my next year plan. Right. I would suggest, and that's why Woman on Fire was so powerful, because we were showing women how you can start the year strong by planning out your year, right?
By making organized. Yeah. It was so organized. I was like, you could tell that y'all had a plan. Like even the emails. I'm honest. I've never seen nothing put so well together. I'm honest when I say that.
Yeah.
The whole process, like it was a machine just running. I said, God, so you guys had to really dialogue and sit down and just brainstorm.
We did that in a month, y'all. Just so you know. That was a month. That took us a month. Yeah, I can honestly tell you, we pulled that conference together in a month time. Yes, we did. And so, yeah. And literally, I'm just a person when it comes to events. I believe that there's a lot of stuff that we need to do. So I realized that I didn't realize I was putting on the team that we were going to be going through the holidays. But we're fortunate enough to have a partnership with another good organization, and the team members that you see, like Dr. Yolanda Jerry, and the behind the scene, my assistant, Rita Green. Of course, you have the directors, Dorothy Wilson and Tiffany Bell. And
I I hadn't talked to Dorothy before, but Tiffany, her hospitality was amazing.
Oh yeah, and that's her gift.
Good. Like she's good at that. You know what I'm saying? Like I really enjoyed, and I'm honest. Anything that you do, I want to be a part of it. I'm like, man, you see how you send me the email?
Yes.
You like, Nick replied back. I was like, oh.
Yeah,
you got people like us that look up to you, and you have set the bar so high. I'm like, Jesus, I got to climb.
Yeah, and so I want people to get the full experience, because if you don't, then you can miss out, and we can cause other people to miss out. So one of the things that I'm also really gifted at is recruiting speakers. And so when we did it this time, for the ones that I personally brought in, and the features and the keynotes and stuff like that, I wanted to make sure that I kept in contact with them and kind of kept them updated and made sure that we got your stuff, because the people just don't realize it's a job to put on a conference if you really wanted to represent your brand really well. And
you did it.
Yeah, so we definitely had a good team. You
got an awesome team. I was thinking about putting on a conference, and I'm honest. After I saw yours, I said, you know what? I'm gonna take the back role and just watch and observe. When I say the spirit of anxiousness just left me, I was like, you know what? If I can't do it right, I don't want to do it at all. Don't, because you really have set a high bar. And I'm talking about, when I say spirit of excellence and integrity, consistent, persistent. I mean, you blew up the red carpet on this daggone. I mean, I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So.
Well, I'm glad, because I really want people. The one thing I want people to do is stop having big parties, right? Because when you're spending out of your pocket and you're pouring into other people, yes, you're pouring into other people. But just like you heard, I have a supportive husband. That husband also checks me when I'm just giving everything away, because we all have families. And so God he doesn't set you up to be to not be able to generate an income from everything that you do. Now, yes, I'm a natural giver, so I have to be I have to be tampered back, and some people have to remind me, hey, Kearn, that might not be affordable. That's why you have to have people on your team. Hey, this is the budget. Well over that budget, we need to pull it back down. We're going to have to cut some stuff. So I tell people that when you're planning events, get you a team. If you don't know where to start, that's why people like me exist. I teach people how to create a profitable event. Profitable.
But even with the anthology, I had a young lady who I guess she'd been doing anthology for a long time. Mm-hmm. And she came and she was like, she told me about her anthology, but little did she know you had already told me about anthology. Like, I met anthologies through you. I've never. And so what ended up happening, I think I talked to you about it. And so she was just like, well, you copied off of me. I said, no, ma'am. Miss Kearn taught me about anthology. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're the kind of person you don't hold back from. And it's hard to find people who has the mentality to say, you know what, Nikki, it's enough money for all of us to make it. And you got that, Miss Kearn. That's why anytime you come, like, let me see what she want, what she doing. Because what you don't understand, you are the midwife to a lot of people.
Yes.
And you're birthing out so many things. Even in me, I was like, ain't nobody going to do the anthology. Man, Miss Kearn, people started calling me like, I want to do it. I was just like, oh my God, I'm so honored. I'm humble. But it took you to birth that in me. And I'm so excited about, me following your lead. And I'm like, man, that's why, God word, you give people their flowers while they still live. And I hate when people leave this world and you're crying over their funeral. And you like, and they did this and they did. I'm like, but did you tell them? So I want to personally tell you, thank you for birthing that in me. And I'm just happy to be a part of your team.
Absolutely. And Coach Nikki, I'm glad. I am so thrilled when people realize an opportunity. I keep telling people, God wants these testimonies, and that's why he gives anthologies. And I've talked to enough publishers to know that anthologies hadn't been around a whole lot of time. But guess what? I can tell you right now, inside of you are 40 stories in yourself.
Yes.
So you can never write enough to share what God is doing in your
Never.
life, right? So therefore, you can be that visionary and be on the other side and turn a profit from this stuff. I keep telling them, I'm like, look, I know everybody's selling books and all that's great. Sell your books. I do that so my people can sell their books.
That's
But from
right.
the visionary side, I want to give you something else. I want to help you get your visibility and all that. And yes, of course, I'm going to make a profit. How am I going to continue to be able to do it if I don't make a profit? Hello.
Because you're using my knowledge, you're using my marketing skills, you're using my training.
Yeah.
You have to bring in authors to come in and write these anthologies. Well, editors to come in and write the help you with these anthologies, because you're not a writer. So the editor is gonna come in and smooth it out for you. You got to be trained on social media, when to post, when not to post. How are you gonna write the stuff? So, and being that I'm a publisher of a magazine, I just use this platform to open up more doors for me. You know what I'm saying? This is another platform where you could come on my show and talk about your anthology, because with my show, it's on YouTube. You could Google it. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I hang this up and I shut down and end the broadcast, when they find, they're going to see Kearn Cherry, and they're going to see this broadcast in 15 minutes. People have to Google your name. If you're going to write an anthology, make sure you connect with the right people who believe in you. Number two, help you market your name. You're trying to build your brand. We're giving you a platform. And so when you book this tour thing, I said, yes, I want her to come in here and talk to us about anthology, because you have conquered this thing. Like, you're the queen. And we're following your lead on it. So,
and I'm gonna tell y'all, God had to really push me and kick me into doing anthology. So
right.
So I've told people many times, including God, I don't write. I don't even care about writing like that. I do what I need to do, right? Like paying my bills. But God was like, no, you gonna do this. And he sent me the person to push me over to do it. Because one of the things that I understand about a book, anything you're doing, it's about visibility. And not just, look, the visibility, see it like this. It's visibility so God can get the glory in what you're doing, so that he can get the glory. And so he can't get the glory if you're hiding behind the scenes. So my projects, when my authors join me, they're going to be on interviews. They're going to be in magazines. They're going to have a bestseller campaign, because we going for number one. Always. I just claim it in Jesus' name. Number one, and you watch. And the next one, I'm going to be saying number one international, right? So that's so I am about making sure that you increase during the process. So I bring in coaches, right? I bring in several coaches. Each month I'll have a coach to come and pour something into them. And so whether it's branding, whether it's helping them with their content, whether it's speaking, I want to make sure that you start getting on more speaking platforms. In addition to that, my Make It Happen authors will be a part of a panel discussion during Level Up. And so the Trailblazers Who Lead, which I want to do a shout out. So this was my number one bestseller, Trailblazers Who Lead 1.
Yes.
And guess what I got coming? Announcing next week, Trailblazers number 2, Trailblazers Who Lead number 2. And these ladies were definitely awesome, led by none other than Gloria Mayfield Banks. You see her next to me, the international queen herself. So look, y'all, I'm all about making sure that you're continually promoted. There are ads and stuff now that the Trailblazers from last year are a part of right now. So I make sure that you get the visibility so that people start knowing who you are. I've had several authors say, you know what, now I feel like I'm a household name. Well, good. I've done my job, because I want to make sure that you get more than just telling your story inside of a book.
That's right.
Yes. So anyway, thank you for bringing that up, because I really do like informing people. You can share a story. You can be the visionary author. Bring your dream to life. It's time to be that person. And look, take home some money in the process.
In the process of it. But it's so funny because you said God told you to do it, and you didn't want to do. And it's amazing how God poured it to you, and then you end up pouring it into me.
Yes.
Well, I was just like, man, because if you would have did your anthology, I would have never did mine. Because you, like I said, I'm following your lead. I was just like, okay, maybe I should. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I just posted. I posted one post.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna see if somebody gonna jump. And when I woke up, I had over 60 some people saying, I'm in. Let me know. Send me the information. I'm like, really? People pay attention to me? Because sometimes you could be like, I'm not into myself, but I'm busy. Yeah. I'm always doing something.
Right.
And I was like, Lord, I said, well, I'm just gonna post it. If they say yes, and we're gonna roll with it. I said, God, if you sure will, then you take it on. I want God to lead me down the path of righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just happy that people start biting and they start calling. They start calling me. I'm like, hello, I want to write. I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So with your help, and then my husband saying everybody has a story,
yes,
that just motivated me to get it done. And so I just want to thank you personally for all of your mentoring. I know you're busy. I try not to pull on you because I know you're in a million places, but you have opened up so many platforms for so many people. And we want to give you your flowers on the day and say thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. And thank you for letting me share. I love sharing. I love pouring into more people. I really do. I want to see everybody be successful.
I know.
There's just so many opportunities. And y'all, if y'all ain't on Clubhouse, I'm going to tell y'all, there are some platforms that I know. I'm like, let me tell you right now, it is opportunity. And I know that. I've had plenty of people tell me that they have gotten clients on Clubhouse. Literally told me.
It's so funny you say that because I was on Clubhouse 2 days and I was telling my husband today, him and my assistant, and I was on there and I saw George Frazier name on there, and so I love George Frazier. So I go on there, and Howard brought me up to the stage. I was just like, oh my God, I'm talking to George Frazier. I love George Frazier. I was Les Brown publicist for a long time, so I know Les Frazier.
Okay.
But Mr. Frazier, I love Mr. Frazier. And so, he always, dropping gems. So I appreciate just being on that platform. Clubhouse is where it's at. I don't care what nobody say.
Yes,
Go
ma'am.
to Clubhouse.
The time, and I'm going to say this, the time is now. Because they're in the beta process, which means they're in the beginning, y'all. So when things are in the beginning, that allows you to come in and develop what you're trying to craft right now while they're still trying to figure out what they're doing. And that's before all the, hardline rules start to come in.
Exactly. And I told them that. I'm like, because if you think about it, if Android people can't get on there at all, this is just the beginning. I think I got on like the 1st of December and it wasn't nobody on there when I got on there. Now I'm like, dog, every time you look in the group, it's like 500 people, 1,000 people in this group. At one point in time, when I was on Clubhouse, when it first started, they was tapping out at 45 to 100 people. Now you got 500-600 people in the group now. So
absolutely. They are.
You have to balance the time. That's the main thing. Balancing that time.
Yeah, well, and you do. Sometimes I look at it and I say, well, I won't be getting on to this time. And I'll leave it there and let it roll. But I don't really turn it off because I'm like, I might just want to pop on and listen while I'm doing some work at the computer. But
whenever you come on, whenever you're in a group, it'll team me. So let me know. She's in a group. She's in a group. Something going on. Let me go check this group out.
And girl, look, I be popping on. They had Elon Musk on that shut the whole system down one day. And then they brought Mark Zuckerman. Hello. Y'all, I know y'all hear me on Facebook. They had him. He came in. And then look, Damian Jones, Damian Johns. There are people popping on and they're getting it. So y'all, these are people way busier than some of us. They're hearing it. And they're like, let me get on now. So if you're doing that, Oprah people, Gail, them had a private session on there. I don't know who was in there, but just know
they charge $500 to be in a session.
See,
they charge $500.
Yeah, look, get on now, because I'm telling you. And if you think I'm lying, there are true millionaires and billionaires that are on that line right now. So
Right.
I say that because I'm speaking to y'all to say, start getting involved. Digital is where it's at. We are going to have to get ahead of this game. If you're not on LinkedIn, I highly suggest you get over there, because guess
LinkedIn,
what?
like it's the new Facebook. I was like, when did they change all this on LinkedIn? I mean, LinkedIn have in the last month, LinkedIn have shifted a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, I've never seen it like.
You know why
I'm
they
like, what in the world? They
You
got
know?
competition, so they got to change some things.
And guess where they're at? I was in one of their rooms on Clubhouse because they're trying to figure out how to compete. Y'all, it's time. Just know that the marketplace is digital now.
Yes.
And if you're a Christian business person, and by the way, I'm having the Christian and ministry marketplace.
I've already signed up for it.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so you got to join us, Coach Nikki, and several other people next Thursday and Friday. So y'all don't miss out on the things that we're saying. To me, the book anthology, sharing that, I say you should do 2 or 3 a year. Look, if Dr. Cheryl Wood, as busy as she is, can do 6, come on. You should at least be sharing your story in an anthology. And if you want to know how to be a visionary person, feel free to contact one of us. We'll help you. We'll help you get out there. So let's go. So thank you.
Thank you for your time. I know you got to go on another interview, child. You rocking. When does the book come out?
That's so. Make It Happen. Our bestseller campaign is next month, and we'll be releasing it at the end of March. Trailblazers Who Lead. Right now, you can sign up $100 deposit. Right now, we'll get you into the Trailblazers Who Lead. That's your deposit, and then we'll go from there. And I will be having a information session next week as well. So I'll be announcing that. Contact me. I am Kearn Cherry. So KearnCherry.com is where you can find all of my information.
Yes.
If you want to be a speaker at Level Up, it's the website is levelup.com. levelup.com. Sign up right now. I'm looking to sign up my speakers for that. And you can find me on any social media platform, either Kearn Cherry or Crockett Cherry. So look me up. I'm always available. I'm easy to reach.
Well, we have enjoyed you, woman of God. And if I could be any service, I am here.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
One day we'll get a chance to meet in person.
I know. I feel like I already know you. Look, y'all, right. But when you make great connections and you do great collaborations, great things come from it, whether you see each other in person or not, right? But I know we don't see each other.
Yes, that's a promise. Take care now.
Yes.
Okay.